What's up, guys? We are on the hunt again, and we're picking up right where we left off. We have our moose. Did we get a good shot? Was he diamond? We're all about to find out together. Given that that's what the rack looks like, I'm thinking he's diamond if I got a good shot. He is diamond. He is a monster diamond. 300. Jesus, what a beast. Yeah, he's definitely going in the lodge. Tax that right now. 360. What is the max for moose? Max moose level. $305. That's the max for. So he is a absolute monster. Oh man. Oh, all right, guys. Let's keep on keeping on for these missions. Oh, what a cliffhanger to leave off on that last video. Jesus. He was giving me the shot. We probably could have got it all in one go had the little bodyguard mooses not gotten away from the shot the first time. 300. What a absolute monster, guys. So Yukon has produced what I think is going to be our best grizzly. I'll have to check. And definitely our best moose. And a diamond moose. Diamond 121, guys. God, what a beast. Now I think we're headed into the Yukon forest portion of the story. So if you're headed to this portion of the story, guys, make sure you keep that 300 handy because those gray wolves will be out and about the whole time. Oh, I'm still on cloud nine. At least we got us a moose. A diamond moose. It's only the second diamond moose I've ever taken out. And a max, I mean, 300 max is, what did I say, 304, 308? I mean, he's a huge moose. Here's us a grizzly bear. I don't see her. Oh, there she is. That's what I really want. Give me that diamond grizzly, you know. The diamond grizzly would be very, very nice addition to the lodge. It is the only or bear species I don't have a diamond in. It's the grizzly. And that's why I've been saying a Greenland map, a winter map, something like that with a Kodiak bear. Even if it's a brown bear, if it looks like a brown bear, you just name it Kodiak, the way they did, you know, the bobcat and the Mexican bobcat. I'm good with that. I'm good with it. I don't need to hunt polar bears, but a Kodiak would be pretty sick. And I'm sure there's people in the community who'd be down to hunt polar bears. That's always a really weird distinction too between, and I get that the game has to try to balance realism versus the arcadiness being fun, but the constant pull from more I guess conservative players who wanted more of the realism, you know, more to conserve more of the it being a tough game, being more of a simulator, you know, versus the folks that's like, give us a prehistoric map. That would be cool. And I guess I find myself in the middle. Like that seems like a cop out, but I don't like that things sometimes have been like some of the exploits and stuff people use, especially when it comes to great ones. I'm not big on that. The fact that people trade diamonds like they're Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, yeah, I'm not big on that. However, if you're asking me, what if it was just a separate game? Huh? What if we had like the Hunter prehistoric? Don't give me a map with it, but give me a it's a caribou. First time we really had a good shot at a caribou. We're about to run up on a pack of caribous. Herd. Herd is probably the right word for caribou. But I don't think I'd want it in Call of the Wild, but if you give us our standalone game, yeah, I'd be out there doing it all the time. I was gonna say they could do it as a DLC or something, but like they do DLCs. The DLCs are the maps, and it's so integrated in the game. It just I don't think it would work. But I think on PC they actually have something that's kind of what I'm talking about, the Hunter Prehistoric or something like that. But I think that would be cool. We are going to do something like that on the channel, although we're not going to have guns when we do it, but we're for sure going to try to do some of the hunts for Far Cry Primal on the channel. If you are new to the channel, you haven't seen them, we do have 2 of the 3 judge fights from Far Cry 5 on the channel, the Judge Moose and the Judge Bear. We are going to upload the Judge Cougar soon. I just need to get back to grinding away the New Game Plus so that I could put that on video. And then Primal has legendary animals too. Even, I mean, we could really stretch that whole series, make it stretched out a lot, because there's a lot of hunting involved in the Far Cry games, right? Like, if I wanted to, go real crazy with it, I could start the DLC over for Far Cry 4 when you actually hunt, like, the Yeti, Like, there's so much you could do. Far Cry, there's a lot of hunting involved in it. But I'd like to do that. Also, at some point, I want to go for the legendary creatures on Red Dead as well. And the angler. There's just so much we're going to do, guys. So much we have the freedom to do in this genre that I don't think a lot of channels take advantage of, but we are going to try to take advantage of them. So we got couple females just chilling out. I like the way also shooting them when they're like that is so tough because they just seem like they're just so happy on cloud 9. They remind me of a dog just smiling. However, that is, if you find a trophy one, that's kind of the best time to shoot them is when they're like that. Because if they're like that, you shoot center mass, whether it's from the front or the back, you're definitely going to get a vital. I don't see. It's just a small caribou. That's one species. What is that? Male grizzly. Dang it, there was another one. But we got the bigger of the 2. Thought I saw one running up here too, but oh, I did. It is a decent sized one, but we already got a mythical today, so who knows? As much as I want a diamond grizzly to go with the other bears that I do have, grizzlies are the worst of the bears when it comes to like the aesthetic. The way the game rendered grizzlies, I don't think was great. But I mean, hey, I still need them, and I would still love to have one. And we are still on the hunt for a super rare, which we still. I mean, we've come close with certain things, guys. We had a albino moose. I messed the shot up, but he was a gold. We had a gold piebald that was a piebald gator that was level 7. We've had a few albino elk, an albino chamois, a leucistic cape, an albino bantang, but nothing super rare. And if you guys hit that more on the profile on the actual channel, you'll see we have our counter up there. 2 great ones. I'm gonna have to update it soon because we did get diamond number 121 on this video right here. We actually picked him up.
I saw fires that tore through that forest, and I still struggle to accept just how quickly the landscape can transform into smoldering ash. Believe it or not, we got lucky. It could have been a lot worse. Maybe lucky isn't the right word. We lost too much.
Don't you get a vision of the fire, I think? You either get a vision of the fire, or I'm thinking of one of those other games, like Spirit of the North or Endling.
This is the Basri Memorial Outpost. Or at least it will be, once you get it up and running. Ranger Crawford has left the supplies that we need for the finishing touches. He was going to set it up himself, but his wife went into labor just as he got here, so he had to rush back to town. The workstations look like they're ready to go. If this trial goes well, we might see more researchers setting up camp across the reserve. For now, though, let's get things powered up. The supplies will include fuel for the generator. Just stick a little fuel in the generator and fire it up. And we're in business. Good. I'll let our researchers know they're welcome to visit when they're ready. Of course, you can sleep here and restock your supplies, just like any other outpost.
Well, I would think so, since I'm the one putting the place together.
The outpost is just the first part of our restoration efforts. The supply should contain a couple of things that you're going to need for your next job. Planting new saplings. Take the bag of spruce saplings and the shovel, and let me mark a spot for you on your map. It's a tough road ahead for this part of the reserve. The fire burnt away a huge chunk of the forest. But with any luck, a program of replanting will gradually bring life back. I hope to see it happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the story too much, but it's all starting to kind of come back to me now. Dang, man. What if that was a level 9? Wouldn't that be crazy? I don't know where that level 8 went. There it is. Level 1. Definitely not going to get a good shot on him. I don't think we even hit him. We hit him that time, but I don't think we got a great shot. Did we hit him again? He looked like he turned around. Oh well. So we got to have some big bear as our initial spawn, but no level 9s. Definitely never taking that shot if it had been a level 9. But let's start headed over here. But yeah, guys, the story is starting to come back to me. It's kind of sad. I don't want to spoil it. We'll keep going. Apparently, our little bear friend over there ate those shots and kept going. Probably because they weren't well-placed shots.
I was in Yukon forest during the night of the fire. We predicted a few spots as potential fire sites, and we're doing our best to prepare. But there were too few of us, and too much ground to cover. I sent most of the team away when the storm rolled over us. It was getting too dangerous. You're in the right spot. I haven't been out to that corner of the reserve for quite a while now. 3 saplings should be enough for now. Can you see the shell of the old tree? It was the first casualty when it was struck by lightning and went up in flames. We lost more than the trees that night. It took less than 5 minutes for the blaze to take hold and travel towards us. Our rookie trooper, Omid Bazzi, was the only one not accounted for. Kendrick! Where are you? When I found his radio, a part of me knew straight away that we'd lost him. I wanted to go further in and look for him, but the fire was impenetrable. The wall of heat was advancing and I couldn't stay there. I just made it out before the fire consumed where I'd been standing seconds before. We went back as soon as the fires had died down and started looking. We found him, but it was as we'd feared. The outpost here is dedicated to him. We all take a special interest in overseeing the restoration of the area where we lost him. Naturally, it was a tough time for the whole team, but it brought us closer together. We supported each other and Razri's family. You do what you can, right? We devoted ourselves to our work, and we work to ensure it never happens again. Today's undertaking to replace lost trees is another step in revitalizing Yukon forest. On my last flyby, I definitely saw some movement down there. Can you scout around for tracks in the burnt forest? I'm keen to see what animals are returning to the region.
Is that the bigger one? No. Caribou. 3 different animal tracks? Okay, well, we found caribou. And I need to find the one I just shot.
Finding tracks out there is a good sign. There might not be a lot of cover or food yet, but at least some animals are starting to come back. I don't have any more work for you out in Yukon forest, but I just received a message from a research team that could probably use a little assistance. Let me speak with them, and I'll be in touch with you shortly. I have a new job for you. One of Yukon Valley's research teams have asked if we can help them to fix a piece of the equipment they're using to track animals around the reserve. There is a box of parts that you'll need to pick up, sitting in one of our outposts. I'll mark it on your map.
See, this...
Normally, I'd tell them we're too busy for this, but they need to wrap up their research before winter settles on the reserve. It'll be a much easier job if we help them out, and I'd like to keep working with them next year. I'll call you when you're getting close to the outpost.
See, some of the newer maps don't do as good a job. They leave so much of the map unexplored. This one, you start here, you work your way, and I'm pretty sure you end up down here pretty much. You'll have pretty much taken the full map by the end of this, which is super convenient when you want to actually get into diamond hunting and great one grinding and stuff like that. And it's just convenient, period. If you're doing multiplayer hunts, being able to zoom around the map as opposed to running, that is the one thing that we still haven't fully recovered from since hitting New Game, is we're still unlocking parts of the map. Alright, I may never find that moose, but we already took a diamond moose off this map, so we should be fine. Actually, a decent sized moose. It does look like one of these is probably that bear I hit not the other night, or when I first were entering here. I said if the other night, it felt like another night after the little vision you have. That's going to be a good... That's kind of one-sided, but yeah, level 4. And I've said this before, guys, but they troll so hard on level 5s, I don't know that 4s will ever make diamond. I have seen a bunch of them. Just chilling up against a tree. God, that's goals right there, guys. Don't we all want to live just like that bear? This is kind of crazy that if we happen upon him, but this looks like the grizzly we shot earlier, the mythical. That's definitely going to be silver because we definitely messed the shot up. We hit him twice. And that was on the run too, because that one barely hit him. I was also on the run. That is our second. Why are you giving a warning call? You see me, just go and run away. That is our second big grizzly we've taken off this map too. So definitely going to remember that when we need to go back and look for fresh spawns. This is that. Well, is it this one? I think it's this one. This is that lake. If you're ever on multiplayer, guys, you will find gray wolves there. They will glitch out. Easy way to collect money and XP if you can do it that way. Me personally, I'd feel a little bit scummy, but you know, to each their own. Some people love playing this game with mods and If you play the game with mods, I don't understand. Like, what do you get out of that? Oh, there's a great one on my map. Well, yeah, you put it there. Shocker, he's there. I think it's kind of the same way for the people that put down thousands of tents when they're doing their Great One grinds. Like, how do you still get excited when the Great One does spawn? You know, like you're killing them so fast. It's not like you have a long wait. And I mean, if you're playing the game and you got the tents and you're dealing with like the actual tent limit and you're not just trying to break the game so that you can put down a ton of tents, like I don't have that much of a problem with that. I get using tents. I don't get using so many tents that your whole map is just covered in them. Like I don't get that at all. Because I went in multiplayer servers where you can see that someone is starting a Great One grind, and those tents will be all over the map. And I just don't know what kind of thrill you get out of doing that. Because that, I mean, when I did a fallow grind, I was mowing down fallow with only using one tent on the whole grind. And I was killing them so fast. I was doing maybe 20 to 40 a run. And then resetting the time. So every day I was doing well over 100. So if you have the tents, like you could, I mean, depending on how much money you have for just resetting the time, but your Great One grinds probably take like a few days.
At any one time, Yukon Valley is hosting at least 5 different scientific studies. A lot of them are a simple case of setting up some recording equipment and leaving it to record data. But some involve a more hands-on approach. I wish I could do more to help with the studies. I don't get to use my biological science degree as much as I'd like, but it helps me when it comes to working with research teams and their ilk. Parts are being stored in that outpost. They should be good to go.
You know, for a guy that wants them to come back, calling them the ilk, it just feels a little bit judgmental, I guess.
That's what we're looking for. Next step is using those parts to fix a radio relay that is being used to track animals. The relay is part of a lookout tower. According to the researchers, it should be an easy fix.
Yeah, see, guys, we're already kind of heading back down here. Because by the time you're done with the mission sets for Yukon, you kind of covered the full map, which I appreciate. Except maybe this portion. No, you end up in that portion too, I think. Or that may be a side quest. Keep on heading to Yukon. Well, as riveting as this is, because we definitely don't have any animals around. What do you guys think of the scenery? This pinkish hue, I think. Like a pinkish colored ground. Maybe this TV too, guys. I'm not on my usual setup, so this is definitely not an optimal TV for viewing, I'm going to be honest.
I'm hoping that tech trials like this tracking system will help Yukon Valley stand out as a hub of scientific research here in Alaska. Speaking of research, I have your samples on board now. With any luck, I'll have them handed over for testing before the end of the day. You're close to the tower. Find the relay's control panel and open it up. Your replacement parts should slot right in. I guess now we'll find out just how much of an easy fix it is.
Jesus, this is a long tower. Okay, where's your radio equipment? Here?
You did it? It's working? Fantastic. I will check in with the researchers to let them know it's fixed. They probably noticed that their equipment's range has just risen dramatically. I just called the research team and they've confirmed that the relay is working now. They've asked if you could take a look at one of their trackers that has been dormant for the last 13 hours or so. They weren't sure if the lack of movement had been due to poor signal, but now they're certain that something's happened. I'll forward the details.
Dude, I haven't even seen a level 4 yet. God, it looks rough on this TV. I'm actually, because I'm traveling, guys, so this is getting recorded in, not on my original, and man, it's almost like if you were playing Call of the Wild and you were walking through Yukon and you, like, dropped some, like, salvia or LSD, like, it is very trippy. Hey, I never knew old boy was just kind of flying over. That's cool. Cool little Easter egg they put in there, kind of like that, what is it, the hot air balloon on Australia, which, by the way, meant nothing. They don't explain it at all. It just happens to be there. I just saw a spot the animal, I thought, but I don't see any now. Getting closer. All the way around, guys. That's what they're going to have us do, and I'd appreciate it. We're unlocking the map and pretty much getting paid XP and getting paid actual money to just unlock the map, which you were going to do anyway. This is the how I think all the mission sets should work. Because I actually finished the main mission recently for Quattro Colinas, and most of the map is still have to be discovered. And I assume that you probably will end up unlocking the rest of it if you do the side missions, which we're gonna do, but still. And the Yukon may even be the same too. I may be getting close to the end of the main one. But then I think if you do like the guys' wives missions, you'll end up pretty much with the full map unlocked. Let me just take a look where we're at. All right. And I hear, God, I do not remember geese being as bad as they are now. They're just all over the place. Nothing of any importance. I don't believe you can make that shot. Nope. We spooked a moose. Maybe it's our initial spawn great one moose. And wouldn't that be a damn shame if we just scared off our fabled spotted spider rack big guy moose? I don't know what their coat colors are called. I do not have a great one moose. But I do know this. I do not want the spider rack. I want one of the other racks. And so far, I think I've been fairly fortunate. The one rack I did not want, and the one color I did not want for fallow, I did not want the painted, and I did not want the saw rack. And the one I got was the mocha spoon rack. So I'm kind of if I could really have picked one, I probably would have picked the Irish elk rack. I think it's the Irish elk rack. I'll have to look it up. But what I really wanted was the hooded. But we didn't get the hooded. But that's okay. Like, I can always do another grind for fallow. If I want to put tents down, I could probably get it in a weekend. So some big boy plains bison. And whoa, man, they're already mad at me. Dude, how are y'all mad at me? You don't even see me. It's level 7, so we're probably about to get... I'm probably about to tell me what's up, you know?
Looks like wolves got it. But something scared them off before they could really finish their meal. Grab the collar and you're good to go.
How many more could be left? I suck. I suck. You know what? If I die, it's on me, because I definitely should have already taken out their leader. The problem is if you let them get behind you, you're screwed. And we are letting them get behind me. Yep. Yep. That sucks. Oh, I should have just turned off the actual collar. Oh, I really should have. Is there nothing close? God. Okay. I should have just turned the collar off and then... Actually, what I should have done is when I saw them go aggressive, killed the level 7 and just been done with it. When I get back over there, though, there's going to be a lot of money just sitting on the ground. Oh, man. somehow I'm still not as upset as I was about the tiger, the Bengal tiger. If you guys haven't seen that video, that was... I mean, I don't want to say the word rage quit because I kept going, but like I absolutely cannot stand that map. I hate the fact I'm gonna have to go back to that map too. That part I hate because I still need the muntjac, I still need the Tibetan fox, and I still need the snow leopard. And every time I go, I get waxed by a tiger 20 to 30 minutes into the hunt. So I know it's coming, but I got to go back sooner or later. And this doesn't make me as mad. I had a fighting shot here. Like, I can look back and see the things I did wrong. You guys can go look at the short on the channel. Everything wrong with Sundar Patan in 15 seconds. In that video, I hear the tiger make a warning call. I say, oh, the tiger's coming. I'm switching to my 300. Before anything else happens, I'm dead. I don't get to aim. I'm like halfway through the actual like animation to switch to the weapon, and I'm killed by the tiger. I mean, look how we have no real hunting pressure anymore anywhere else because we killed so many wolves. Buildable structure that we don't really care about because we don't really have... I mean, we're doing fine as far as money. I just want to see a level 4 to know that they're out there. I have spotted several Canada goose since this whole thing started, and we haven't done any better than a level 3. That's a moose. Go for a hard shot if we can. Or turns on us. That's one of the things that the animals will do on this game, that 360 turn, which is just sometimes very unfortunate if you wind up a shot correctly. This time it may have actually been to our benefit. But we did get the heart shot too. Hopefully the wolves have at least ran off. Watch them be, because I don't know. I think they're part of the mission because they were kind of coming at the perfect time. And he says like they were attacked by wolves. It does make me think they were definitely a scripted portion, but like I really hope they're not still up here. Usually they're not. Usually they kind of run off. I've only ever had one time where I got mauled to death by like the same pack of wolves twice, and that was on Quattro. I was hunting for, was it European hare? Yeah. And there was a decent little European hare that I was after. And every time I'd go up there, there'd be this pack of Iberian wolves that would maul me to death. It's like in that north corner close to where the Ronda drink at that top lake. See, and for whatever reason on this particular monitor, this looks fine, right? It's the place when the sun hits it, that pinkish look it gets. That's what's like really messing with my, I don't know if it's my eyes or my perception. It does. It looks like you're tripping on like acid or something. Just in case, let's take off the scope. Qualling with iron sights today. Which, if any of you guys are military, qualling with iron sights, for me, seemed easier than the CCO sometimes. No? Maybe. Maybe it's just me. But I remember once we were able to take the CCOs off when I got into my unit, it felt great versus having the iron sights. Alright, let's just see how devastated this little pack of wolves is. We killed the alpha. So we got 2 of them. 3 of them. 4 of them.
Okay, I think we're done here. Let's move on before anything comes sniffing around. The researchers have been using Copper Bowl Lake Outpost as their base camp, and you can drop the collar off there. Don't expect company, though. The research team are always out and about.
And there's probably 1 or 2 more dead wolves that just ran off. We didn't get great shots on them, I'd assume. You're gonna give me my scope back? Thank you. Where is she letting this warning cry off for? I don't even see her. So at least we're back on track for the missions. And after this will probably be where we're gonna have to break it because we're running up on right at the hour mark, guys, and we don't want to ever go over an hour unless we're doing like a live, which I've said before. I think that's the next thing that's gonna get added to the channel, daily lives. Maybe we'll do some great one grinding for lives. And we are definitely have already decided, after speaking with some of the subscribers, that the move for the next Great One grind on the channel will be whitetail. And I know it's a death wish. I know it's not the best idea. I want to do a whitetail grind on Mississippi. Dun dun dun. Yes, I know. It's not optimal, but it just the aesthetic of Mississippi for a great one I think would be too much to pass up. So we're definitely going to do a great one whitetail grind on Mississippi. Also, amongst the whitetail maps, it's the one I've done the most. Like I've already taken a lot of the outposts and stuff on it since starting new game, so it was something I could set up a lot faster, you know. Because I don't know what the meta is anymore. Forever the meta for a whitetail grind was Reventuli. I don't believe the meta would be New England. Although New England, to me, see, again, it's hard because the meta is also to lay down 150 tents across the map and go 300 meters up and down the tents and kill every deer you see and then rinse and repeat that, right? But I'm not going to do that. That's not my plan, at least. So we'll see. So coming up on wrapping this one up, guys. This one was I was supposed to have a little bit of a break in between the first one and the second one before we just jumped in. But because we killed that moose at the end of the first, and I wanted the second video to start with the harvest screen, we really didn't have much of a break at all. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I'm trying, guys, but God, I needed that break. For nothing else to go use the bathroom. I'm sitting here holding it for hours now. See how the sun just came in? This part on this monitor, since I'm away from my normal monitor, just looks so trippy. We will take the outpost and then break it, and then I'm going to take a break and we're going to be right back to it. I don't know how much is left of this either. My guess is not too much, but we're still going to have to make a third video.
I knew I could count on you to get the job done. You're becoming my ambassador out here, and I gotta say, your work so far has impressed me. At this rate, I'll actually be able to do some paperwork today. Seems a little strange to be excited about that, I guess. Hopefully, I'll manage to spend some time with my wife this month. Now that I remember, I gave your number to Oscar, the researcher in charge of this particular population study. He and I work well enough together, but you'll be better placed to help him out. You might have already heard from him about work he needs help with. He injured his knee in the summer, so he's a little behind schedule.
Alright, he's going to probably keep talking in a second. Yeah, this right here is
During my
where...
last flyby, I noticed that there were people walking around inside of the Millerwood mine complex. The entire complex is closed to the public, but that hasn't stopped some people from trying to explore the buildings. I'd like you to head over there. Make sure that the place is still secure. The mine's buildings have been sealed since the mine closed in the 30s. We occasionally get curious tourists, but once they see the no trespassing signs, they tend to take their pictures and move on without getting too close. The warnings are mainly for the benefit of the tourists anyway. We keep an eye on the place, but it isn't maintained. If you're injured out here, it's a long walk to find help. I suppose this is a good time to remind you to be careful while you're out there.
Oh my God, dude.
Museum, but the cost of renovating the place is staggering, especially when you consider that we need to build a road just to reach it. There's a couple of groups that could be our trespassers. We logged a pair of men that entered the reserve a few days ago, but they're here on a hunting trip with a respected guide. I'd be very surprised if he brought them anywhere near here. The other group I know about is a film crew that asked for our help to shoot a documentary about what they call local folklore. Apparently they've toured the USA hunting for monsters or aliens or something.
Hey, bud, they could be out there.
A place as wild as this has its stories, of course. From native Alaskan myths to the tall tales of drunken gold miners. I've been here for almost 2 decades, and I've only seen Bigfoot twice. At church.
Okay, guys, so now that he's done talking, we're going to break it here. I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be right back to the missions, guys. So bear with me. I've been Prince Pyramid, and make sure you hit that next button. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more missions from Yukon.